Holy frickin' crap, everybody! And welcome to another edition. Don't you dare cut me off during the intro, trainee number one.
I'm not.
You want me to do it again?
I don't want you to do it again. I just gotta turn it down a little, man. You're just screaming. I had you test the mic before, and that was not how you talked.
A little lighter this time?
Yeah, man, just a little bit lighter. Try it again.
Testing. Holy frickin' crap, everyone. You like that? That's good?
Much better.
Welcome to another edition of the Mackcast. And as always, still to this day, I am Monster Mack. The very unformed Monster Mack. Uninformed.
I think you just said unformed.
Informed. That's what I meant to say.
So
very informed. But if I'm uninformed, that's okay, because trainee number one is sitting on the side of me. Isn't that right, trainee? Are you, in fact, sitting on the side of me?
That is a fact, Mac. And who do we have sitting on the side of us? Trevor. But after Trevor, other than Trevor, who do we have sitting on the side of us?
That's not quite up to me, trainee number one, because we all know that you, in fact, do the best intros on the Mackcast. So we're going to kick it off to my homeboy, trainee number one, for the intro.
Best intro in the business, kid. And by the business, I mean the business of the Mackcast. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, today, it was 421. That's strange. It's 421. We just started this podcast off, and on the side of us, we have none other than the booker, promoter, top rope cross-bodyer of RWA, Big Daddy T Phoenix. Big Daddy, what up?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me again. And yes, indeed, I have been known from time to time to fly off the top rope with a crossbody.
It's impressive.
It is, I know.
Yeah, I've seen you jazz some people up with that, man.
Oh, you know, it's a lot of fun to land on a crowd of people.
3 or 4 at least.
3 or 4, yeah.
I think you did it with Just, Davey, and Trips.
Yes.
And that I remember watching that match, and then Mike Montero was like, "Damn, there was only 2 of them this time."
You know, I tried something like that a long time ago, probably going back to 2010. It was off the top to the outside. It was during a tag team lumberjack match, and nobody wanted to catch me. I was teaming with Sip at the time, and he was on my team, and he ended up, I don't know, catching me. I kind of landed on him, and mixture of the two. And
yeah, I've had a few of those scenarios before too. A homeboy over here does a dive to the outside, and everybody scatters but me. It's just me catching Monster Mac for no reason at all. Like, what?
Usually when I do outside dives, I aim for trainee number one, because I know that he's there 100% to catch me. He's going to catch me, if anybody, so
good old fail
that explains it.
Yeah,
this whole time.
It makes sense.
Anytime I do a dive, I'm usually tagging you.
Holy bejesus, that was a super kick we just seen.
But that's not the finish.
Not the finish, oh my god.
Wait until you see the double down.
Oh, that's not even... Just to inform you folks, we're currently watching RICW, Drumsticks, Dropkicks, and Douchebags. No, wait, it's not what it's called. The Douchebags was directly aimed at LeMay. And so nobody else from RIC... Little Daddy Bravo, too. Nobody else from RICW take offense. It's just those 2 guys that we're shooting on. Today we had you come down. I want to name this episode the Throwdown, Lowdown.
All right, I like it.
And then we're gonna go over some of the matches that are coming up for the Thanksgiving Throwdown. Probably talk about Legacy, or the last RWA live event.
Why'd you have to say the L word?
Are you already worried about it for next year, dude?
I'm always worried about it.
Always worried about it. And I guess there's another deal coming up? Question mark?
That's top secret.
Top secret. All right.
Talk a little bit about it.
I seen a name on the Facebook for the event. I don't know. We don't know where or when or any of that jive.
Right. That's the top secret.
That's the top secret part. All right. But I from the rumors that I hear, which are mostly Tommy Trainwreck and Mike Montero, and the occasional phone call from Georgie Pyro, there's going to be a new RWA live event at the in 2015 that we haven't quite seen yet.
Correct. I'm very much a fan of trying to run 4 shows a year within the calendar year, and having Legacy happen in July kind of screwed up the way they fall, because I don't want to do more than or less than 3 months apart. I feel that's like a good amount of time. So now moving Legacy to August, A, we don't sweat our balls off as much, and B, we can space it out where everything falls evenly. And if you do the math, that's right around February.
Word, okay. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, that the East Providence Rec Center pretty nice place, man. The locker room is one of the most fun locker rooms I've actually ever had the experience of being a part of. There's ping pong down there and air hockey, and I'm always seeing Christian Sterling playing N64 or some jazz.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. I running all over the place. I go down to the locker room. This was at Legacy, and what do I see is
goddamn Sterling.
Goddamn Sterling playing N64 while I'm breaking my balls to get everything ready.
And he's not playing with anybody else. It's not like it's Mario Kart Party or anything like that. It's just Sterling sitting there with an N64 controller in his hand, playing away. Me and David Bacon played ping pong for like an hour, no joke, and we were both awful at it. Just horrible. But yeah, man, that place is sweet. The upstairs is awesome, but I love me some of that locker room, and I hopefully you guys have a long-standing relationship with that building.
Everything from this point and before, it's been great. They love us, we love them, and everything you've said about the building is 100% true. I'd say the one and only downfall is getting there, because there's a slew of
one-way streets and shit. Yeah,
a little rough on the parking for the fans as well.
Yeah,
but
too.
I know there is a side lot in there, but awesome. You got it's pretty much these what the hell are they called, where the people sit on levels.
Bleachers.
They sit on levels up
bleachers.
And up. Yeah, the bleachers. That's what they're called. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? You can get an awesome view from anywhere in there, and they also have some seasonal things going on. There's a little ghost in the background. I seen a pumpkin last time I went.
Pumpkin, yeah.
They like to decorate the place for the fans.
So, yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about Legacy. I'm not 100% sure, but from the word I've gotten, one of the highest drawing RWA live shows. Maybe not the highest drawing.
Not the highest, but certainly up there. I believe...
Was it Legacy 5?
The highest drawing one was Legacy 4 at
okay.
Thayer Arena. It was over 300. And we did fairly well the next year at Legacy. Legacy 5, it was about, I think, 225 or so.
Right. And what about this year?
And this year, it's tough because you get all the people. I have them keep track of who pays.
Right, yeah.
The freebies.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it was around 220.
Which is totally solid, man. That's a great number. That place was jamming the whole night. Everybody was into it. There was many RWA chants, many "This is awesome" chants. I had a great time at Legacy. It seemed like that was the universal consensus among the locker room. And you started bringing in Brendan Webb was there. Mike McCarthy did the show. What's made you branch out to use a lot of these other guys? And just to let you know, man, from talking to both of those guys outside of RWA, they had a great time. They loved it. You know, the environment, the locker room, all that jive.
Oh, well, I think it's two separate stories for each of them. Brandon Webb has been someone who I've remained friendly with for a while now. We see each other, whether it be like something at XWA or Beyond.
Troopers, I'm sure, sometimes.
Something like that. So we've always, I'm not going to go and say we're best friends, but there's a mutual respect there.
Right,
and,
yeah.
And no lie, he's a good dude. So it always starts with somebody coming to me and saying, hey, so-and-so is interested in coming in. And Montero and Divine had talked to him. They've had conversations probably at a bar in Fairhaven. And,
there's a good chance.
One thing after another, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'd love to have Brandon Webb come in.
Can you hook the Mackcast fans up here right now, maybe with some secret info on the look of the future of RWA and different names that you'd be bringing in?
You know,
if that made any sense.
I kind of get what you're going there.
I'm glad you have an idea.
That's kind of scary that I understand.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's terrifying. You're spending way too much time with this team.
Hey, I'm not going to complain.
Word. French wine for days, my friend.
French wine for days. As far as who's coming in the future, the door's wide open. I've always said from day one with RWA, I never had one big master plan. I just kind of roll with the punches. So we'll see. I mean, Brandon Webb could be a more common appearance. Mike McCarthy, I've spoken to him since Legacy, and definitely interested in coming in.
Back, yeah.
Even wanting to do chop shop shows too, which is cool. And McCarthy's a cool dude.
For those of you guys who don't know, the Chop Shop, RWA runs live TV tapings in Onlyville? Question mark?
It's Onlyville section of Providence, yes.
Okay, so right near where Fett is, if you're a Beyond Wrestling fan, it's literally like I can throw a rock from Fett through the Chop Shop window.
Please don't.
Yeah, I know. There's been too many broken
windows. I
windows.
got to tell you about the window.
Okay, we'll get into the window. All right, the video just came up on YouTube. I watched it recently. Tricky Ricky Medeiros was a Superman-like character?
Wonder Woman,
okay. And dove through the window like he was flying through the sky, only to smash his feet through the glass, fall on his head, and then the glass rained on him like it was the Stone Cold shatter, except he was still laying there underneath it.
And the first thought going through his mind was, "Fuck, T was right."
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting in the crowd, and once it happened, I looked directly at you, and I watched your face change from, "Oh my God, that's so funny," to what just happened, and then, "Damn it, this sucks. I gotta pay for a new damn window."
Oh, I didn't pay for it.
I know you didn't, but the facial from smile to just, God damn it, hilarious.
That's my life in a nutshell.
Yeah, just
great to shit in a second.
Just, man.
But then right back up to great. So it's like a roller coaster. But that window, I did not pay for it. As I said, I tracked him down.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I chased him down for what was like 2 weeks.
I kept telling him,
Ricky is tricky. He's tricky.
Dude, just pay T Phoenix because I like you, dude. I like seeing you at the shows. Come on, pay for that window. Keep showing up. But it's funny, if you watch the video on the YouTube channel,
the RWA Forever,
you see him crash through the window, and then he makes his entrance with quite a look on his face, and then you stand up and you say, "Hey, I told you so."
I totally said these windows are not... there's some windows that have been repaired, and there's some windows that are brand new. That side that he was coming in on, there was a chair propping it up. It comes down on its own, and it wasn't a good idea. But what do I know?
Was it a baseball slide? I believe tried making it through the clearance.
No, it was
the baseball. The baseball slide.
And then
some people think of the slide with the leg.
That is a baseball slide.
That's the baseball slide, like a sliding drop kick.
That's
not what I meant. I meant the baseball slide. You know,
no, what are you talking about?
The swimmer, you jump in head forward.
That's swimming and baseball are two different things.
You're sliding home for the base. You know what I'm saying?
I guess
you don't watch enough baseball.
You gotta tell me I don't watch enough baseball. That's a good point.
Me neither, dude.
But I think all right. Never mind. Don't listen to him. What were you saying, T?
I think where I left off is a shitty window.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I finally track him down. It's fixed, repaired, put back into the frame.
Right.
And then we show up on a Wednesday for training, and the window was it a Wednesday? It doesn't really matter when it was.
Yeah,
but the window had fallen out on its own and was broken again.
Oh man!
And that one I had to pay for.
Yeah. The building doesn't take care of that.
I would have. I thought he was going to. I thought the landlord was going to take care of it. I said, "Hey, look, it fell out on its own." I guess maybe he didn't believe me.
Yeah.
Because when I went to hand him the rent check, he's like, "What about the window?" Okay, it's $40 more.
Right. Yeah. That sucks.
Tell me about it. Everybody thinks it's fun and games.
Yeah, I certainly have a good time. I can't lie. I do think I'm one of the fun and games guys. But you love it, T.
It's not all fun and games.
All right. I'm down with that. And you mentioned Brendan Webb. We were talking about Brendan Webb earlier, and how he was going to be maybe more of a regular in RWA, and then you said you never know who's going to show up, and we just did the RWA One Night Only, and Devin Baker was there tagging with his brother David, which I didn't expect to see in RWA, but that's kind of
it caught me by surprise. And I mean, David Baker in RWA, who would ever thought
that? Yeah, that was a weird one for a while.
I didn't like him, he didn't like me, and
now you guys get along great.
Yeah, we're like BFFs.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And the Ladies Man was there too, made his RWA debut.
He's another guy like Webb, where I've seen it other places, and we've always been cordial with each other and developed a little bit of a relationship. Again, I'm not trying to say we're best friends.
Right. But yeah, you guys definitely say hi to each other and chat when you see each other.
Definitely.
Teddy, we talked to on the podcast before. We've known Teddy for a long ass time. he kind of came up like he started in wrestling by doing these like the small like TV taping kind of shows. So I guess he's just kind of he knows that, you know what I mean, that's where he came from. And
That's good. Some people forget.
right, yeah, and to me the Chop Shop shows are always so fun. It's a different kind of atmosphere than the live show, and a lot of times the boys are right in the crowd,
Right.
and people are trying to outdo each other to pop the boys and to do funnier and wilder shit to pop the boys, and that the guys getting excited get the fans excited, and it becomes this like wild, you're laying in the middle of the ring and everybody's slapping the mat kind of atmosphere. And so definitely, folks, keep an eye out, RWA staff, for any of those upcoming RWA hype shows. I can't promote them enough.
Yeah, it's not too bad to get there from the highway. So real easy. I was very happy about it. I actually shut my GPS off when I go to RWA. It's all in the memory bank.
Nice.
You turn your GPS off?
That's saying something, brother.
You drive around by that Monster Mack map, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Are you
know.
going a long way to RWA?
Maybe, I don't know. It's not too bad, though. One, you take a right, and then you take a left.
And then
Off
you're
the
there.
highway,
Right
then
off
you're
the
there.
highway. I think the right is the Broadway exit, and then the left is...
It's a left off the Broadway exit.
Yeah, I think the right... He's saying the right off the highway.
Yeah. You're going to take a
Oh.
right to get off the exit.
Oh.
And then the
okay.
left off the... Yeah, something like that. RWA,
Bam.
folks.
You're there,
Check it out. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll see a bunch of random people in RWA soon. I like the random pop-ups here and there.
It'd be easier to tell you people that would never step foot in RWA.
Ryan Drew.
Oh, funny enough, and I'm not just saying this because he might be listening.
I like Drew. Everybody hates Drew. I like Drew.
I've heard bad things, but then again, people hear bad things about me in RWA, so maybe it's best not to believe it. I was asked to work a TRP show at the PAL Hall, and I was, I agreed to do it, and then leading up to it, somebody was on Facebook promoting one of our shows, and what's his face, Sean O, stuck his 2 cents in.
Shocker.
Yeah, imagine that.
Shocker.
Talking shit about RWA, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing that show. I don't want to be around that bullshit and negativity.
I don't know if Shono does their shows anymore.
I talked to Ricard, and I guess he was supposed to
do that one.
Yeah. But Ryan Drew had messaged me, and he's like, just checking. I heard maybe you're not coming, maybe you are. I want to verify. He was like super nice about it. So.
Yeah. No, dude. A lot of people don't like him. I have no problem with him at all. I've gone out and hung out with him randomly. Watched terrible wrestling shows on the beach.
On the beach.
It was like a beach campground.
Was this in North Providence?
I have no idea.
Oh.
You're
as good at driving as he is?
No, I wasn't driving. I was in the back of a giant van filled with hooligans.
Oh, all right.
Where was that place? Were you there, Trevor?
I wasn't.
You didn't go to that one? Who did go? Who went with me?
Was it Angel the Icon
Andrew?
Presents?
Yes, it was Angel the Icon Presents. There were 3 matches and 3 injuries, and the ambulance showed up like 3 times, and then everybody went home.
That was North Providence, yes.
That was a wild one. Were you there?
No, I was getting texts and phone calls, and because my uncle worked for the fire department at the time.
Okay.
And he heard that there was some sort of accident. And,
There were 3.
Yeah, he was actually home. He had the fire scanner on and heard wrestling-related injury, North Providence Beach, and he was just calling to make sure it was none of my guys.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? Let me take a ride over. And the smoke had already cleared, and people were already gone.
I can't remember what the second injury one was. Were you there, Mac?
Of course I was there.
What are you yelling at me for?
That's my normal voice tone, all right?
I honestly thought you weren't there.
No, dude, I was there. LeMay did an extreme awesome backflip and
That's
kneed
what it was.
Rock Paint right in the face.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he asked Steve Ricard how his match was. It was awesome. Not the match, the show as a
What are you
whole,
talking
the
about?
experience.
Yeah, I had a great time.
And the first injury was the kid getting eliminated from the Battle Royal.
Yeah, he caught
He whacked his back on
hit his back on the apron.
And then
Was laid out. Jabba King?
No, that wasn't him.
No.
No.
Who was it?
Oh, it was some white kid.
I want to say it was Fit and Trim Billy Slim.
Was he out of shape?
Yes.
Then yes, it was him. And then they all took selfies at the hospital after
That
the
was
show.
amazing.
And they posted it on Facebook, of course.
And then LeMay walked around with the hospital wristband on his wrist for 3 weeks.
That's standard in LeMay's life. Maybe 4.
Poor LeMay.
Well, come on, man.
I trashed him enough last time that he had a message
It's true.
me, so.
Did he really? Oh, I didn't know this. Let's talk about it, T.
Before we get into that, Mike Montero showed me an awesome battle royal where once you came into the battle royal, he totally whipped LeMay's ass. It was awesome. Just saying. Now you guys.
Oh, it was awful.
There was vulgarity. You said if you won the battle royal, you were gonna kill him. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, that might have happened.
Oh yeah, find that on YouTube, folks.
No, don't find it on YouTube.
That's not RIW? It's RICW? Is it DWO?
It was RSCW.
Oh yeah, look it up, folks. T Phoenix, I'm gonna ruin your life, LeMay, or whatever he said. Hilarious.
Oh, guys.
Well, so moving on from RICW and Angel the Icon presents LeMay breaks Rock Paint's nose. Let's talk about Rock Paint a little bit.
Oh, all right, sure.
I have no idea why, but I randomly seen you post on Facebook a few months ago, ask me anything, and I asked you, LeMay or Rock Paint. You chose LeMay, which I'd say is probably the fair choice.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were going to dispute that or not.
The fair choice, but do you have any funny Rock Paint experiences?
I have a ton.
Ooh. And for those of you out there that don't know, Rock Paint, we're not making that's his real wrestling name. It's the True Sin, Rock, a squiggly line, and the name Paint. And I don't know where he came from, but out of nowhere, he popped up at the Swansea Mall with LeMay working at Radio Shack. I went and had a conversation with them. He told me he trained for the Tsunami Wrestling Alliance in Hawaii.
Okay, yeah.
And was trained by fill-in-the-blank Hall of Famer, Old Man Hall of Fame, Alpha Samu, one of those guys. And then I seen him wrestle and realized that he had never taken a bump in his life.
That's all pretty accurate. I, too, do not know where he came from, but that's all pretty much...
And you also did some research. Don't forget about the research.
I did research,
And then you realized that that place didn't even exist.
Yeah, I did that research when I first... Hawaii, yeah.
But anyways, I believe that's his Native American name that was given to him. Rock Squiggly Line Paint.
There definitely is some sort of Native American type meaning to it. I've been told a half dozen times and remember nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, just none of where it came from.
But let's see, a funny story. Okay. In an effort to try to get closer to me, like booking wise, not otherwise.
Not trying to sleep with you.
And he did this trying to make friends with a few other people, but I know it was more for a business purpose, I guess. Invited me to his place in Fall River to go in the jacuzzi and the swimming pool. And then we were supposed to go to Dave & Buster's, but they were closed, so it was Fire and Ice instead, I believe. Or maybe it was Dave & Buster's. I don't remember. One of the two. So, yeah, he little sneaky things like that to try to butter you up.
Yeah. Listen, was he paying?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, man, if he's paying, Rock Paint, I'm down to go to Fire and Ice right now, homie.
Even if he's not paying. Did you say he has a pool
and a jacuzzi? Wait a minute.
He's the new heavyweight champion. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rock Paint's going to be my new best friend, I think.
It was the nice part of Fall River, too. And
there's no such thing, dude.
I don't remember exactly where it is. All I know is I took a wrong way off an exit and ended up down 24 somewhere.
Yeah.
In the wrong direction.
Where am I?
Yeah. When I saw nice things in Fall River, I was wondering, where am I?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was some sort of housing complex. I had
a rich man project?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I've never lived in a rich man project.
You should try it sometime.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they look kindly upon the masked folk.
Well,
they don't like our kind around them parts.
There's got to be some sort of maybe sign a petition to start a petition.
I tried petitioning Flanagan, but he's got all those shenanigans, and he's just not down with it.
Did you rhyme that on purpose?
I did. I seen it on a T-shirt hanging up in somebody's house, like literally outside their house on like a coat hanger. And Flanagan shenanigans. Oh man. So yeah, that Rock Paint is a shifty dude, and any promoters out there, be sure to use him.
Yes. Now, there was also rumors of him being a Marine at one
Right?
point.
Yeah.
That never. No. That,
Yeah, nobody knew any. Like,
his own girlfriend at the time, who I think he's with now. He's kind of going into hiding with her.
not the one that had the baby.
No, not that one. Jeez.
I was gonna say I don't think
He's hiding from
her. Yeah, that makes sense.
She even called him out on the lies and stuff, but then she went back with him. So
yeah, that happens.
That happens more than I care to admit. He had one point said that he had to be deployed because he quote unquote looks like one of them. And he was part of some like secret sting operation where he ended up he
got shot.
Yeah, he got shot.
Oh, the shot story.
Oh man, he said that he was on a secret mission for that.
Yeah,
when he was working at whatever it's called, Radio Shack with LeMay, and I seen him, and we were talking. One day I bumped into them there, and he had got shot outside of a club in Providence. That's where that one was from.
Son of a bitch! I've been lied to.
Oh yeah, well I think we all have.
Haven't we all? I love the Mack cast, by the way. We're supposed to be promoting.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it.
A little side note, if I was the rock paint,
if I was the rock paint,
baby, and I randomly bumped into this Mack cast, I have some tears coming down my eyes right now. Like, why are they talking trash about me? But a little side note, the rock paint is a piece of crap.
I know another good one was. When he went to New York for his MMA fighting.
Oh, the MMA story.
Right.
And there's no legally, you can't MMA fight in New York. And that was a big thing. And then he posted like pictures of his swollen eye. And it was him like doing this, like crunching his face up. And he had he got busted open in the fight. And he straight had a gig mark, like a legitimate.
So he gigged himself for a picture?
Yeah. Legitimately. And it's not even like a backyard gig where you just go across your whole fucking forehead in a straight line, just that's what he had from his MMA fight. And so, folks, if you look him up, Rock Paint, look him up on YouTube.
Don't forget the squiggly line. I believe the squiggly line is very important.
I think it actually is important.
Yeah, for some reason it's there. Rock Squiggly Line Paint. Look it up. Great matches. And if you can ever talk to him in person, do so and ask him a lot of questions about his life because he'll tell you some stories. So now that we got that 26-minute side note out of the way, let's talk a little bit of Throwdown, T.
Do we have to?
We don't have to. Is there any other terrible wrestlers you guys want to talk about? Jamie Teasdale. Let's talk about Jamie Teasdale and Jason Medeiros.
Where do you begin?
Where did they begin? That's the question.
I believe a friend of mine once went to watch them wrestle, quote unquote wrestle, on mattresses in a backyard.
I was there.
Oh, you went with them?
Yeah, I was there too. I was sitting on a chair. They came over and shook my hand and thanked me for coming out.
That's where they came from.
Yeah, but
oddly enough, that's where I came from. And I think that's just
kind of the everybody.
But I think at some point, I cared enough to try to get better.
Right. And
I think that's where this conversation was.
Right, for them.
I think the problem is that Jamie Tisdale thinks that he's already the man, and he kills dreams on a daily basis.
The only dream he's killing is his own.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think he's a nice guy.
Typing.
Very sad Facebook status that I'm going to talk shit to him on because I do it all the time.
You have to.
Yeah, why not? And I listen, Jason Medeiros, Jamie Tucker, I'm just joking around. We're just having some fun here. The fact that Jamie Tucker is related to TJ Tommy Tucker from the older ACW days. He also wrestled as Wicked Clown. You may have seen him in great matches like
Wicked Clown.
Wicked,
he's a witch and a clown?
Wicked, like the insane clown posse. He's a Wicked Clown.
One of those guys.
He's one of those guys. Yeah, goddamn jugglers. So he's a Wicked Clown, and he used to paint his face all white. You may have seen him in the have you seen the Mack Attack documentary?
No, I haven't.
We'll have to.
Son of a bitch!
Is it on YouTube?
It's on a private link I can send you.
Well,
on
see, how can I see it if it's?
Well, we have it on DVD. You can buy it right now. It's in my trunk. Go get a copy.
Yeah, and my
hoodie. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a hoodie too. He paints himself as like a juggalo. Hilariously enough, was never accepted by the actual juggalos in real life. He got slapped by Chad, who's now a referee at RWA. Back when Chad wasn't Chad, he was Ray Ranson and wild and wore Zumbas and hit people with a rubber chicken.
Good gimmick.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. He stole it from a bunch of people, but like a mixed combo, which is cool. He also, I have some footage of him wrestling Dave Oliveira in a one-on-one grappling contest.
I probably shouldn't comment.
Oh, you should, and maybe not comment, but I'm gonna upload that match with our hilarious commentaries from back in the day on it.
Oh my God. Do you have your YouTube channel set to make money? Because it might go through the roof.
Monetize? Yeah, no, we tried that, and then YouTube told us that we were clicking on shit when we weren't. So I'm assuming that it was like somebody going out of their way to be a dick.
Oh, well, yeah, people do that.
And they clicked it a bunch of times, and they were like, hey, no money for you. Because it was shooting up, it was shooting up pretty quick. Like, we were at like $20-something in a couple days, which for YouTube ads is pretty sweet. Yeah, I was like, wow, this is nuts. We're gonna be rich. And then I got an email saying like, no YouTube ducats for you, dude. Yeah, so I'm assuming somebody went on there, clicked the ads a bunch of times, and just went out of their way to be a dick to get us kicked off the monetization program. It's the internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the internet.
It happens.
Love it.
Yeah, so Tommy Tucker, if you're listening to this, I hope that the wrestling gene is... there's no gene when it comes to wrestling, because it'll say a lot about whatever the hell Jamie Teasdale's wrestling. Jamie Tucker. And what he does in the pro wrestling and business.
And to be fair, because I feel this should be said,
right,
there's a whole lot of potential there.
Certainly.
And I said it about LeMay last time, and he called me out on it and emailed me.
What?
Or messaged me.
Did he try to give you a stunner?
No, not at all.
Right.
No. He said he wanted to earn my respect, and I respected that. And he said he wanted to come to training. But then...
Never showed up?
Work comes first.
Right, yeah.
We don't have training on days that works for him, I guess. However, somebody like Jamie, I don't think he works as much as he says he does. He's been offered the opportunity numerous times.
Yeah.
And hasn't. And that's my beef with him, because I hate to see potential wasted.
I feel you, dude. It works both ways. But in the future, I was thinking about doing like an RWA roundtable episode.
Let's do it right now.
Do I have to? I'm gonna. We'll hit pause. I'm gonna call some people up.
Yes.
See who we can get here. We'll call Liz B, Frank the Crank.
Oh man. No, I'm all for that though.
I wanted to, but I didn't want to do like what you think like the wrestler. I want to do like one or two wrestlers, but like I said, maybe throw a Liz B in there, a Manny Souza. People, you know what I mean? Get a different, like from the outside perspective of not just the guys in the ring, about how they feel about RWA and all that jive.
Absolutely. It could only be good.
I hope. You know what I mean? You'd hope so.
I can only imagine.
Everybody keeps showing up.
The things Liz would say would be very entertaining.
Probably erotic as well.
Yeah, it could
she
be.
She slips a little eroticism in there.
She does.
I'm only down if Jam and Jack Connor can be there.
No,
he's not allowed.
No Jam and Jack Connor.
Jammed.
I really do love Connor. He is a great wrestler and a great human being, but
awful on the microphone.
But no microphone.
Did I just see? Who is that?
That's Raven. Mind. The Raven William Donovan. That's who that is.
Double choke slam. Still watching RICW.
Yeah. Here's what I wanted to say about Connor. Great guy, like you said. There was a match that went up recently with Connor's commentary.
Yes.
And I watched it and immediately just Facebooked to you Connor's commentary, ? And you responded with, it's been taken care of.
I like to say that most times, maybe 9.5 times out of 10, I'm right on top of that. And I had listened to it, and I'm like, oh my... And I understand the mistake. I don't know how much you want to get into it.
That's really on you, man. I mean, that's...
it's the whole...
Ricky
Medeiros master disguise. And...
for people who don't know, the Ricky Medeiros gimmick is kind of like a joke we're all in on.
Yes.
And Connor blew the punchline as soon as he started telling the joke.
And I can understand where he's coming from. He's wrestled Ricky before.
Right, yeah.
Therefore, he's privy to his tricks.
Right.
But at the same token, somebody like Rob Massey sits ringside every 2 weeks for the last 3 months that he's been doing this.
Right.
And he's still on.
Yeah, right.
So, I don't know. Maybe Connor's just smarter than all of us and sees through the tricks. Okay.
He, that makes sense. He does.
My pride can't take it. I got mad for no reason. We're wrong.
Yeah, we were pissed that he recognized him and that we didn't.
Yes, we're a bunch of bullies.
And then we yelled at him for it. That's what happened. No, and I don't know. Here's an idea I had recently. Nick Marichon is he's all done on tour. Connor is a babyface now. I say we slap him together, make him the School of Rock, because we play right into the real life gimmick of him being in the band. Connor's the Jammin' Jack Connor, and they used to be the School Dudes. School of Rock. Not a bad idea, right?
It's a great idea. That's why I'm so quiet. Like, damn, that would have been something kept under wraps and a big surprise, not told to the world right now.
Oh, I can cut this out, dude.
I'll leave it.
I had no idea.
I probably won't do it. Wink, wink.
Okay, yeah. So, that's hilarious. All right, I got you. I think I know. There was a post on Facebook a while back about somebody coming back and Triple Crown champion in January or next year and all that jive. I think I just figured it out on the podcast.
You might have just figured it out.
This is awful. I'm so sorry for blowing that up for you, T.
Can we name this one #spoilers?
Yeah, this will be #spoiler. Who's winning the Throwdown, T?
That would be TJ Swift.
I don't think that's true. I feel like that might not be accurate.
You're right. Trevor is actually.
Hell yeah! Can Trevor be in the Throwdown?
Actually, after the news you gave me
we can
need to happen.
We can slap some trunks on him. We'll call him Dr. T. We'll give him a doctor's coat. We've done this before. You want to see Trevor? I have a picture of Trevor in trunks, a doctor's coat, and an erection.
Can he really do this?
Yeah, Dr.
Right.
T?
You're in.
Dr. T, are you going to be there, T?
I might.
Now
You're just as reliable as the guys who you're taking his spot.
Kid, you
He'll have to clear his bookings.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you just got booked. Dude, you sound like Chad now. I get you on a show and you can't show up because you got a tummy ache or whatever. I'm just shooting all over everybody today. This is. I apologize for the spoilers, T. Who knows if they're even spoilers? This one might all just be a big one.
Well, one was a very good idea.
Right.
And
does that mean it's not a real spoiler? You're just stealing the idea from me.
I will give you full credit.
All right, I'm totally down with that.
Trademark, Monster Mack.
Approved.
On every YouTube video, this tag team is because of the Monster Mack,
Mackcast.
#1 Mack, the
Mackcast episode 33 or
33,
whatever.
and no other reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Strictly your brainchild.
I like it. I may have stole some of that idea. Those ideas may have came to me, Tommy Trainwreck, and Mike Montero while we were all enjoying French wine and watching ECW.
Okay, all right. Well, now it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's just a wild idea from a bunch of wild gentlemen. So now, 38 minutes in, we're going to talk a little Throwdown, folks.
Can I sidetrack you again?
If you want, I don't mind, dude. I'll go off on tangents all day.
We can talk about the Throwdown until something else
Pops up and goes wild. There's a few big matches signed. I'm sure you have a bunch more in your head that you know are going to go down that haven't been announced yet.
I think, trying to remember now, they all should be announced except for one officially. And I say officially because the challenge was made at the taping, the one night only taping, and that was between the Irish Warrior and Dante. Dante's last match, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
That would be the final piece of the puzzle. Everything else, if you check back on the Facebook invite page,
it's all there.
It's all there. And there's 8 matches plus the Thanksgiving Throwdown.
Throwdown itself.
We're already in for a long night. So
yeah, it's gonna be a long one.
Unless Trevor, you want to get in on? You want to get in on that?
That's Thanksgiving Day.
No,
it's not Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, you got to bring the stuffing.
Yeah, bring the turkey, boy.
All right.
So some of the matches I'm gonna go off the top of my head as
good. Maybe together we'll remember.
Yeah, we might be able to get all 8 together. We'll save the Pyro Dozer one for last. Not us. Amanda Fox versus Triplicious.
Okay, Amanda Fox versus Triplicious.
How did this come about?
You know, the actual. I'm just going to give you the actual reason. I'm not going to give you some storyline bullshit.
Spin, no spin.
It was a random pairing I put together. Sometimes that's the benefit of the chop shop, trying things, and if they work out really well, we're going to do them in front of a bigger crowd, and that's what happened here. Randomly put them two together, and they had not one but two stellar matches.
Yeah, they both enjoyed working with each other.
Right,
too.
and you know, I'm not saying I didn't expect it, but it's always nice to hear that, you know, it came out really good. They're happy with the match and they want to do it again. And after what I've seen at the Chop Shop, I know what you saw it too. A larger crowd will most definitely appreciate that, and our crowds, more times than not, and I can't even think of a time actually, they love Amanda Fox. They love a girl that's mixing it up with the guys, and
this is something relatively new too, intergender wrestling, and this is
something to pop off.
It is.
Well, we were kind of doing it first. I should say.
Well, Amanda Fox has been doing it forever. Now this is not one of our first bouts with a dude. She's been doing it ever since we started with the RWA.
Well before.
And she's definitely holding her own in there with the other guys.
Since 2009, I can say.
That she's been battling with just this babe battles with the boys.
That's right.
It's hyperbole? Not hyperbole. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm trying to.
Where the first letters all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word.
Tongue.
Yeah.
Begins with an A.
Assimilate? No, not assimilate.
Someone's yelling at the computer screen.
Rob Massey is yelling.
You idiots!
Liz B, who's dropping that knowledge right now, going, "You guys are so dumb."
Yeah.
It's probably the wine talking. Don't worry about it. This is not the Mackcast vocabulary. This is the Mackcast Throwdown, Lowdown. So let's get back to the Throwdown. Another match is a crazy ass 8-man tag.
Yes, and I hope you're not going to put me on the spot trying to remember who's on whose side.
Dudes, how about just the people in the match? EYFBO on separate teams.
Yep.
Davey Cash.
Yep.
Connor. Frank the Crank.
Mike Santana. Tommy
Trainwreck. And Cruz?
Nope.
I got nothing.
We may have named 8 people. I don't know.
Maybe. Grassa. Gracca. Mike Gracca.
Mike Gracca.
He's making his big RWA, I don't know, throwdown. I don't know. What happened the last throwdown? Is that when the pile driver deal?
The pile driver was, you mean where the concussion?
Yeah.
That was Legacy.
That was Legacy? Okay.
Yes. Last year's throwdown was a crazy 4-way hang the belt on the
that one.
Crown Jewel ladder match.
That's what it is. Yes.
I'm going to have to ask you to elaborate a little more, Trainee. When you say the pile driver deal, you have to mention that there was a deal indeed, and it involved many ladders, right?
Yeah. So there's a ladder set up in the middle, and there was a ladder from that ladder to the ropes, and a chair on the ladder.
Yeah,
just for effect, right?
Yeah.
And Grassa pile drove JT Dunn.
Yeah.
And shit got real.
I don't necessarily know that story about it. What do you mean shit got real?
Just that he smashed his head.
Oh yeah, JT was loopy.
Yeah. It knocked him for a loop, certainly.
I mean, people that know JT know better that he's doesn't partake in the French wine,
right?
But he was certainly he got on the mic at the end of the night saying thank you to everybody. You'd swear he was like a 6-pack or 12-pack
deep. Yeah.
He was that was no
slurring
joke.
His words, and he got knocked kind of silly.
Probably should have went to the hospital.
Probably undiagnosed concussion.
Most likely.
Yeah. # undiagnosed concussion. And you can watch that clip as crazy pile driver on Pro Wrestler.
You could probably find it
Something like that.
On Chris Nowinski's website of things not to do.
Is that real?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, that's awesome. The exposure. Get some YouTube likes. And I'm assuming that 8-man tag match came about because you were trying to get everybody on the show.
Yeah, with the Throwdown match itself, it's not such a big deal to try to get everybody on the show.
Yeah.
But I do want to
highlight showcase certain people.
Yeah, exactly. And that match has nothing but talented individuals in it.
When I first seen that, I was like, that has the potential to be a match of the night,
right? If
they do it right.
Exactly, if they do it right. But I'm sure it's in good hands.
Certainly.
The idea for an 8-man, it certainly helps spotlight a lot of people all at once. And the other thing I was trying to do was set up something unique. And at the time I came up with the idea, there was a lot of commercials on the radio everywhere for fantasy draft, football.
Right, yeah.
And I thought, that's never been done. What if I pick two fans, or not pick two fans, draw two fans,
Right, yeah.
and have them have a fantasy draft, and they pick their teams, and we do it at the Throwdown. And I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I thought it was a hell of a good idea.
I thought it was a great idea. This is going to set me off on a little side rant,
All right,
which is totally cool. You guys recently started doing a fan showcase, like interview,
Yes.
on your website, which is rwawrestling.net.
Correct.
I like that you guys do the .net, because we do the .net too. We do the MonsterMac.net. I'm just saying, I like the
right.
.net.
Thank Tom for
Who
it.
needs a .com? You know what I mean? I mean, we have a .com too, but still, don't worry about it. The MackCast.com. And in the interview with the fan, the thing he said he likes the most about the RWA is the fan interaction, how it's different than everywhere else. They feel more involved with the shows, and this certainly is a step towards something like that, where the fans are literally helping book the show.
Right, and the goal, and I don't want to give away all kinds of secrets, but it's kind of obvious too. I'm just trying to do something somebody else isn't, or anybody else isn't. And,
Right.
And I try to separate myself from it, and as a fan, what would I want? And I went to Warwick Musical Theater when that was still around, and all I wanted to do was be able to touch the ring. At the Chop Shop, you can touch the ring. You can bang on the mat when you see something cool. You can
chant whatever you want.
Yeah, you can get involved, and we're like one big family.
You can get in the wrestling show for free.
You can get in the wrestling show for free, yeah.
Which every wrestling fan wants that. So,
well, and it's no secret what I'm doing now. I'm trying to give. First of all, everybody is hurting one way or another, money wise, and
Right.
And it's a good way to go there and take your mind off things and have a good time. Second is, I want people who money's hard to come by, so. Well, what if I've never been? How do I know I'm going to like it? Well, come check it out.
Yeah, come check out a hype taping before you go to the live show or whatever. And those hype shows, like I was saying earlier, are no slouch, man. People, you'll see some crazy shit at those shows.
Absolutely. People are always trying to outdo each other, no matter where we are.
Right. It doesn't matter where or how many people are there. A lot of those guys are they're trying to have match of the night every show.
Definitely are.
And I think that's what helps RWA stand out. And again, with the fan participation stuff as well. The slap in the mat thing I've always thought was cool. And just the draft idea, T, I got to pat you on the back. You don't have to pat yourself, dude. Barry Horowitz style. You don't got to do it. I'll do it for you. So we let's see what else is on the show off the top of my head. There's a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match currently scheduled for the Influence versus Mack Attack.
It's quite interesting you say that too, because I'm looking at a match with 4 out of 3 legs.
Yep. There seems to be somebody's. You want to talk about that at all, dude?
no.
All right.
I'll be there, and I'll be 100%, baby.
Dude, you're ice packing your knee. Would you have a bad night?
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about your. Yeah, it's an ice pack, dude. You slipped. You fell on some stairs. We thought maybe you weren't gonna be able to make it. That's all.
Yeah, I'm a little on the shelf right now, but I'll be there. Like I said, I'll be 100%, baby.
He is so excited about being 100%. It's wild. It's gonna be us. This whole thing started kind of out of a Influence Mack Attack kind of wrestling each other just to see who was better.
Yeah.
And we've gone at it a few times, and
and that's an idea. I don't feel if I'm patting myself on the back with the draft idea. I gotta say that maybe my idea for the crowd response, the match where the crowd response, dictates who was better. I don't know if that quite worked the way I envisioned it.
No, why was that?
Did you expect them to win? Is that why?
I don't think they ever stood a chance, honestly. Between my team and you guys, were hella entertaining.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of ha-has that evening.
I don't think it was fair because, we really didn't even need to wrestle.
Yeah, we didn't do much wrestling. It's humorous because it's going to be a little inside. You sent me an email with some names of teams of who we would want to if we were going to choose wrestle that evening, and I seen the names of the teams and I knew instantly who they were going to pick. And I was just like, well, I'm going to go with the opposite. They're going to go and have the crazy technical spectacle, neck bumps, million falsies. I'm going ha-has and ass bites with T and Tom.
And that's exactly what it was.
And listen, man, I had a great time that evening.
It maybe, in a way, maybe not by design, it also kind of gives a better perspective on what a fan may be looking for, and breaking up the show a little bit. It certainly helps. Maybe it wasn't a completely bad idea is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Maybe I should pat myself on the back.
Do it again, dude. Other side of the back.
Okay. There you go. Gorilla Monsoon used to say, a pat in the back is only 18.5 inches from a kick in the ass.
Yes, I like that, yeah.
I better not do it too many other times.
And we wrestled the Influence a couple times. We won, they won. This was kind of going to be the rubber match deal.
Yep.
And so I'm looking forward to that 2 out of 3 falls. It's kind of old school tag team wrestling, 2 out of 3 falls kind of rules. And
right.
I'm down with it. I'm ready to...
Number 1 contenders to tag team titles.
Right, of course. And what did the tag team champions do in that evening?
The tag team champions they were me and Tom.
Right, and then you had an injury, right?
Yeah, it's a combination of things, and it's my own damn fault for not going to the doctors. But
I feel like everybody can say,
yeah,
just involved in wrestling. Like, oh, you're hurt? Okay, yeah. So are the rest of us, dude.
Yeah, I mean wear and tear on my back, and I'm a fool that'll do a crossbody off the top, like they said, and thrown off the top, superplex enough times, and at the time too, we had to relocate our house, and we had to move. So I did I'm going to say 98% of the lifting by myself.
Sounds about right.
Beer hugging bureaus and refrigerators. And then,
you could have called Trevor. He's a mover, dude. He'll come do that shit.
Well, now I know. Hey, I move a lot, so expect a phone call. And then at work, yes, I have a day job. I know there's a lot of people that like to think wrestling pays the bills, but no, that's not.
You have a day job?
I have a day job.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
And the day job consists of lifting 50-gallon bottles of water repeatedly, 1,200 to 1,500 times a day. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun.
That doesn't sound... Our definitions of fun are very different, sir.
Maybe they are. So yeah, enough of those different things have really made it very uncomfortable for me, and maybe wrestling, not a good idea.
Right.
And tried finding my partner a new partner, but it seems as though finding him a tag team partner and finding him a woman are both equally as challenging.
Ooh, yeah, that's going to be hard. So you found him just Alex instead.
See, I found him Crimson Alchemia, and then the heavy hitters took him out,
right,
coughing up blood, the whole deal. Then he found just Alex,
right,
who is I don't know how would he say this. He's a very unique individual.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Certainly not. And so he might be able to take care of both of those problems for Tom, though.
You know what? Now that you say that,
the tag team partner,
Tom, you did good,
and the life partner,
you did good, Tom. Now my biggest complaint was they're facing the heavy hitters.
Right.
Combined weight of over 600 pounds. It's nothing to mess around with.
There's some big boys, those heavy hitters.
Some big boys, and they're only getting bigger.
Right. Shay is not working out. He's eating buffets. He's a big... He might be working out. I might just be talking shit, but still.
If that keeps up, you're going to have to call them the hefty hitters.
Yeah, I call them the hefty hitters. I call them the hefty hitters now.
The hefty hitters, the heavy shitters, they're getting all kinds of names.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
I've called them men on a mission. They didn't like that.
That's hilarious. They should get purple and gold.
I was going to shoot Men on a Mission's music on them at Devil's Night.
Yeah.
I was going to. And you're saying they should get purple and gold because they get closely resembled.
Whoa. Shay already updated his gear. Once enough, all right?
Yes.
So props on that, Shay.
So they got heat with you guys for having similar colors, and I hear Baker's not too happy because they got bricks on the front.
Yeah.
So they managed to piss a whole lot.
They're just making everybody angry. Now, when you say Baker, which one are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if Brickhouse knows.
The family.
If David knows, Brickhouse knows.
Okay, then they're...
So Brickhouse is coming for Shay.
Yeah, see, that could... if he was retired, that would have been a good idea.
Right. Listen, Brickhouse is the man, and I'll forever do House of Brick shows. because of the love I have for Brickhouse Baker, even if I'm booked against Everett Briggs and JB Tickle.
That's the Michael Santana spot.
Which
that one of the first return shows of House of Bricks, that match was booked, and Santana might have had other plans that night. I don't know how that worked out.
That match was booked for us, and we showed up and grappled them.
Yeah,
we grappled the hell out of those dudes.
Hey, Amanda Fox stepped in the ring and grappled them dudes too.
She beat him.
Yeah, for the championship, right?
Yeah. She's the House of Bricks, whatever they call it, middleweight championship. That's WCW.
Southern New England.
Boom!
Wow.
T Phoenix dropping knowledge, son.
It's only because I saw Amanda with the belt.
Hilarious. So the hefty hitters taking on just Alex and Tom. Ooh, T just marked out a little bit because we're watching our ICW and something crazy just happened. How did that come about? Did they just kind of beat us all up, right? Is that really just the hefty hitters have been running roughshod over RWA and kind of claimed the title, like took the belts, right?
Yeah, they weren't happy with I guess working their way up the ladder, and they just went and took it. They Pearl Harbored Tom and I after Legacy, and had the quote unquote change of heart, turned over a new leaf, and got a bit of an attitude now.
And when you see Frank Champion and he's got a bit of an attitude, that's a scary thing.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, he don't play, man.
But yet I continuously bust him up about his wife wanting the tea.
And that
but
shows
I do it from a distance.
And you're also not in that match anymore this weekend.
That's right.
On the November 15th at the East Providence Rec Center.
That's right. It's somebody else's problem now.
Yeah, they'll have to deal with getting beat up by. All right, so far I don't know, 3 matches that we've named.
I feel like it was 2, but okay.
No, hold on. Tag match, that one, Amanda Fox and Trips.
Yep.
And then we've talked 4.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we're halfway there, dog.
Well, you mentioned Cruz in the 8-man, and Cruz is actually in a 4-way.
Okay.
So you just got your numbers mixed up. The 4-way with Brandon Webb.
Okay. Devin Blaze. And
David Baker.
Okay, that's going to be a hell of a match.
That's going to be stiff.
Yeah.
And a hell of a
It's going to be a lot of chops. Yeah. A lot of back kicks. And probably a few moonsaults.
Yep, maybe more too.
I predict some heavy power bombs in that match.
Oh my God, those David Baker power bombs.
David Baker's been power bombing everybody like a mofo.
And I'll go ahead.
Vicious.
I'll go ahead and say it now. That's opening the show.
Damn.
Yeah, that's we're starting.
That's a hell of a match, folks.
We're starting off, and we're not playing around.
How do you feel about Devin Blaze? His run so far as the hype champion.
How do I feel? He does a lot of things that make me scratch my head.
Right.
In real life, all the time.
Yeah, just Devin Blaze as a human being makes you go, huh?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's not to knock him, but it's certainly a big contrast for going from Mike Montero, the hype champion, defending it every week, having stellar matches like only he can do, and then Devin Blaze, who it's not all about the wrestling, it's just weird at times. And
yeah, he's certainly taken this funny man character to the next step. He did something at that one night only show that did crack me the hell up, though. I don't want to give it away because it hasn't been uploaded yet, or it's not available.
Spoilers for my show, but not for yours.
All right, we'll go spoilers. We'll go spoilers. Devin Blaze won back his hype championship in the Chase the Champion match.
Okay.
And in the last 2 minutes of the match, just disappeared and hit under the ring. And when the bell rang, all I seen was an arm pop up from under the ring to grab his belt from the referee, and then he came crawling out, and that, I gotta say, cracked me the hell up.
I thought it was the comedy club.
Oh, when he was doing the comedy clubs, that's his new deal. The comedy club, and he hit you with a yappa.
How did I completely miss that? Maybe I didn't hear him say it. I just saw him do it.
Yeah,
that's genius.
That's what I thought the same thing. I was like, oh, it's working out for him.
That was inspired by some French wine.
I would assume that he was sitting in his room drinking some French wine, and it boop, popped in his head. But yeah, that 4-way is going to be crazed. That's going to be a locker room sellout, I think, where all the boys are going to come upstairs and either wash the curtain or around the corner. And
yeah, there's those little alleyways that go to the bathroom. Yeah, it certainly will be.
Like at Legacy, the opening match was the ladder match.
Right.
And that, again, was another locker room sellout where everybody's upstairs wanting to see. Again, that goes to the boys trying to pop the boys and outdo each other. And it just makes for, I'd say, a more entertaining show, certainly.
And, the idea of starting off Legacy with the Hype Championship, the idea of starting off Thanksgiving Throwdown, it's really something Montero started.
Yeah.
He loved being in that number one slot, setting the pace for the show, and really, starting the show off.
And being able to get changed in jazz after the first match.
Hey, that's...
That goes for everybody. I'm telling you right now, I am always so happy when I see that. Where the first match of the show, I'm like, word? I can get changed quickly afterwards?
Okay, so...
All that training stuff takes a lot of time to put on, dude. You know what I mean? There's many layers to the training gear.
You may be on third, if that helps.
Word. That brings all kinds of new excitement. That means I can go upstairs and watch the show
Right.
for the rest of the night. So now we're, boom, 5 down. What else do we got on there? What else are you thinking about?
Dave Cole, Anthony Stone, Beyond Showcase.
The Beyond Showcase, that's the one I forgot about. This is going to be Anthony Stone's first time making an appearance during an RWA show?
Yes, on camera, yes. A little lesser-known fact, he was at Thanksgiving Throwdown last year.
Yeah.
Just hanging out, visiting friends, checking it out. He's another one of those guys that...
Bloodstone always pops up. He pops up everywhere. And Bloodstone's a good dude. And I always enjoy watching him work. Bloodstone has been working that Beyond Wrestling style since I've met him in like 2000. He's been doing that crazy... I've been watching that dude bump on top of his head, Rob Van Dam style, for like 15 years. It's insanity.
He brought his kid to training Wednesday night. It's his kid's reward for being good at school.
Yeah.
So his kid's been being good. He's become a regular. So
which one? X?
Gabriel.
Okay.
So at a down point during training, the guys were getting water or whatever. He invites the kid in the ring, bumping on his head for the kid too, and it was so great. He bumped all over the place, and it was entertaining to watch. And the kid picked up the victory twice.
That sounds about right. And this is certainly not Dave Cole's first RWA deal. He worked JT Dunn.
Yep,
a couple times, right?
No, it's
just the once.
Second appearance.
Was his second appearance? Okay. For some reason, I thought No, that was what the hell's that dude's name? He wears jeans and stuff all the time now. Jeans and a black tank top.
That would be Brian Fury.
Brian Fury, yeah, he worked. See, I'm glad you knew who I was talking about. Yeah, that was Brian Fury. I was mixing him up with because JT Dunn wrestled somebody that got replaced at the Legacy last year, or
it was supposed to be Grant Akuma, and Brian Fury replaced him at Legacy last year, and Dave Cole wrestled JT at last year's Devil's Night.
Devil's Night. Okay, yep, I knew. I kind of remember Dave Cole being at one of those shows, so that'll be a good one. And
have you seen them?
I've
seen them live. I watched it. The free matches that Beyond gives away.
Yeah, on the YouTube.
It is so good.
Those two, yeah.
I'm so happy to be able to have that on the RWA show. And
yeah, those two dudes are they have like such a strange style. Like, I don't know. I mean this in totally a good way. They both wrestle very differently, and that makes them stand out. And I'm looking forward to watching those two clash, I'd say.
And it'll be after your match.
Again, this is awesome. I'm going to be sitting in the crowd with my mask on and my hood up, just trying to watch the show. Yeah, you guys have some sort of like a working relationship with Beyond. You guys have promoted each other's shows back and forth.
It's really the way I think things should be. Early years RWA, getting familiar with the wrestling business, there was just so much catty bullshit,
right?
Like
high school shit.
And I even say it kind of started with like David Baker, where guys that were training with Baker were like, oh, don't go to RWA, and there was all these other different types of things. I don't feel like Blackheart really liked me too much.
Yeah, from the go, right? When you guys were like renting his building for a while, right?
I mean everything seemed cool then. I'm going on assumption. Maybe I'm wrong. But where was I going? You sidetracked me.
Catty bullshit.
Oh, catty bullshit. Yes. So I always felt like if you can work together, why don't you?
Right.
I mean, I know it's not always going to be conducive to. You want to put yourself first, but at the same time, if you can help somebody else out,
why not?
Why not? And I like that XWA and Beyond and RWA get along where you can do that. I've had part of my entranceway. I bring that to Beyond, not to Beyond, to XWA. Help them out. They had the projection screen and whatever at one point.
Yeah.
And Beyond using the Chop Shop for secret shows.
And there's, you see RWA showcases of Beyond shows, you see Beyond showcases on RWA shows, and with XWA, and it seems like, I don't know, man, I don't see, like you said, why more places don't work together like this.
Egos.
Because if you're doing good business and they're doing good business and you're all helping each other do better business, isn't that better for everybody?
I think that's why it's happening, yeah.
I personally, I say, help out as much as you can. I try to help with everybody, you know what I mean? And, we were talking about the one night only deal lately. We didn't get into too many details, but I guess this is the spoilers episode. So me, Tommy Trainwreck, we had an idea of like a concept for a show, and to take a little bit of the a little off of your plate, one of the many plates that you're spinning constantly. We decided to take over one of the hype tapings that was coming up and book it all ourselves, and I'm taking care of the editing and all that jive, just to help out and give you a little slack and, maybe have a little bit of a crazy show as well, to have a little fun. On the other side, not just the wrestling side, I wasn't even there. We didn't work the show. I forgot to book us.
I wasn't booked. That's the only reason I didn't show up. Yeah, I got my gear on. I was ready to go. No, I didn't get my gear on. I'm not Kevin Strider.
Yeah, leaving the house.
I don't get dressed at my home and drive to the show in my gear. But yeah, I would have loved to have been there, but I wasn't booked. So
I'm not booked.
Well, somebody had to take care of Chad and his bellyache.
Yeah. You had to rub Chad's belly until he felt better. He's gonna listen to this and get all pissy. We're just joking, Chad. Dude, don't get upset. We're just joking around, buddy.
Hold on. Jay Frost is on.
All right. That means we should talk right over this match. But anyways, we are giving away all kinds of spoilers here on the Mackcast, and are you free to give her another spoiler up? Because I've been dying to know, will the RWA ever see Lips Man Lips again? Please say yes.
I'm trying to remember who he traveled up with. I believe it was with the Movement. Yes, it was. So,
Doug.
entirely possible.
Awesome. Since he got YouTube on his Muscle Mac's a big baller over here about the Xbox One with all the voice commands and all that jive. But
I saw you try to turn it on and it didn't listen.
It doesn't listen to my voice. It only listens to his voice.
It's a new digital age. It's a digital age.
Legitimately, do you know the last game system I owned?
Nintendo 64? Sega. Wow.
That was the last system I owned, was a Sega.
Sega.
It's been a long time. I don't play video games very much.
I don't, but the Netflix and occasionally you talk about spinning plates.
I got a Roku, homie. I don't need no video game system for that.
All right. Well, occasionally to try to help the aggravation subside, I go on Grand Theft Auto and kill people.
Right. Listen, I do that at people's houses. I don't have to buy. I'll go and just play some GTA, murder some hookers, and jump cars through
and all is right in the world.
Yeah. Then I don't know if all is right in the world, because sometimes I start driving after I've been playing GTA for a while, and little.
You see the armored truck, and
yeah.
Only I had some sticky bombs.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a sticky bomb on this. What happens if I run this chick crossing the street over for real? Oh, and that's TJ Swift wearing a Superman cape. Word. TJ Swift is now dating Nicolette Vincelli. How do you feel about that?
That's good.
Yeah. I like the long pause, T. I'm down with it. That's all you needed to say. RICW, folks, check it out. Society X. That shit's money.
I got nothing.
You got nothing? All right, we'll move.
So one thing I'm going to stay quiet on.
She's a lovely girl, and God bless her.
There you go. Before people start to assume, just don't assume.
Yeah, that's all.
There was nothing negative towards her.
Right. We're talking about TJ Swift. And then negative towards him.
Oh, maybe it wasn't anything towards him.
Oh.
I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, I like it, folks. We're going to find out. The real Mattcast happens before and after the podcast gets recorded, where all the real shit gets talked. So we got Bloodstone, Anthony Stone. I always call him Bloodstone. It's
Old habits die hard.
burnt in my brain forever. Anthony Stone and Dave Cole. Boom. That's match number 6. What do we got for number 7?
See, why do you got to put me on the spot?
Just throw off what you know.
I think we've named more than you're giving us credit for.
I don't know. We got Amanda Fox and Trips, right?
Yep.
The 8-way,
Yep.
the 4-way,
The 8-way, the 4-way.
our tag match,
Tag title match.
tag title match.
Stone. And we talked about IW and Dante at the jump.
IW. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to count that one.
So that's 7.
Oh yeah, see, I forgot to count IW and Dante. So now we're at the main event.
We're at the main event, yeah.
And the main event is a dog collar match with the unbalanced Messiah, Chris Dozer, managed by JJ Fear, all from memory. What up?
Wow.
Taking on the Heat. What's his? Chris Pyro. See what I did there?
I thought you were going to call him Chris Hood for a second.
Yeah, Chris Hood. It's a funny one.
We've called him that one time.
Yeah, because it was the station.
Exactly.
Yeah, the station fire.
You can't be insensitive. That's
right.
That's
Yeah.
a big deal.
You guys can't be insensitive about it. If you listen, there's a Q Strange song called "Flaming Mullets," all about that. It's look it up. Q Strange on YouTube.
That's a ridiculous name.
He's not very sensitive. If you're sensitive, don't look up any Q Strange. Just saying. And that is going to be a wild one.
It certainly is. I did not purchase the chain for this one,
right?
But I was shown the chain.
Yeah.
And I held it. It's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
And I would not want to be. I wouldn't want to be grazed by it. Never mind hit, whipped, or attached to it.
Now, for the people that don't know, Dozer not exactly a friendly guy.
No. If you
doesn't get along with people, he tends to be agitated all the time.
Yeah.
And the only time I seen him smile at that last show was when I was talking to him about the strap, about the dog collar match. I said, "You guys gonna use a strap or a chain?" And a smirk went over his face, and he pulled it out of his pocket, and it's in a just big ass bag, and it just said chain, and he shook it at me, and I grabbed it, and like you said, damn, that thing has some weight on it.
All right, my question is, you guys is everything worked out in this thing? How are you going to chain this collar around their neck? Is there some kind of protective? You're just going to chain it around their neck?
I have.
Are they going to be wearing an actual dog collar?
They have. I haven't seen them, but dog collars have been purchased.
All right, good. Because all I'm saying is, I'm sure some indie shows don't even think about it.
They just wrap the chains around
a dude's neck.
Slap a padlock on the end of that.
It's happened before. You know it has.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure. Look out for my boy, Chris Pyro.
Now, do you say he's your boy, Chris Pyro, because a bunch of his promo pictures he's wearing Mack Attack shirts?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's wearing one right now. That match has been building for quite some time now.
Since May.
And this is going to be the big blow-up for them, too.
When you say big blow-off, like I can't do this match again and again.
I'm not saying you can't, but this is certainly going to be a spectacle for the fans that evening.
It certainly is. If anybody survives, I guess I can do it again.
Right, yeah, if neither of them die from this dog collar. Oh, I also wanted to say a good rib in a dog collar match is if you get one of those deals that shocks the dog when they bark.
Oh my god.
So when you're bumping and someone, you're like, you get a little bit of zap.
I'll see if that.
If we can work that out.
See if it's in the budget.
I might have a dog collar, one of those dog collars in my basement. I'm gonna check.
That's a whole other match in itself, all right?
Yeah,
that's the rematch, right?
Yeah. We put the shockers in the dog collar match. I'm so down. You get one of those invisible fences around the ring, so when they try to go out, they get shocked then too. We just came up. No, this is probably as bad as that dog kennel match idea.
I don't know.
With Al Snow and Boss Man. I'm down. I'll watch the shit out of that match.
Kind of like it. But yeah, the match has definitely been building for a long time, since May, like I said, where Dozer had been teasing for quite a while that he was targeting a certain individual. He's hell-bent on destroying RWA. And
yeah, let's talk about that, because he's totally different attitude change. He left for a little while, he came back, he's totally pissed off now.
It's my
He
fault.
claims that I gave him a staph infection, and now he's just really pissed. I don't know what's going on here.
Is it you that started all
That's
this?
what he claimed. That was the word on the neck. You know what I mean?
Well,
I had a sweaty night with the ladies the night before. I like to wear my gear when I get it on with the ladies, and I guess I didn't wash him, and it claims that I gave him a stat, and it almost killed him. And I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was on his deathbed.
Problem if you just finished the job, then I don't know.
If you would have killed him, yeah. If you would have killed him.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the ladies.
No, Monster Mack always
finished the job. Yeah, I don't finish the job; they finish the job.
A little known fact is that Monster Mack has a hole cut in the crotch in the front of his singlet because he likes to wear his gear with the ladies, shoulder pads and all. Do Jerry Lawler it when you get all excited and pull like one strap down?
Yeah, I love when they pull the waistbands and give me the on Anderson forearms. That's my favorite part.
And you don't even got to pay for it or nothing, right? You don't get paid, none of that. It's just all for free, folks. Yeah. Oh, wild dive where somebody died.
Frost.
Oh, no, that wasn't Frost diving. Are you serious?
No, that's not Frost. That's Marinelli.
Yes.
Right? One of the Marinelli brothers.
There was that's the other Marinelli. It was I don't know if you heard about it, but at their live show, there was a scary moment where he had a seizure, and this is all kidding aside. It scared the hell out of everybody because he had family in the audience that knew what was happening, and then there were other people that were like crowding the ring, didn't know what was happening.
I'm sure that's not going to help.
And you can't really get to the people who can help him, can't get to him, and it was very scary. Thankfully, he's all right though.
Yeah, then actually, I believe he's stepping away. He's going to stop wrestling for RICW, or he's going to stop wrestling in general.
That'd probably be a good idea. I don't know enough about the medical condition, but
yeah, I seen there's a promo, and then the brothers are going to wrestle each other in like one last match. That's the kind of deal.
That's fitting, as long as
what does he get dropped on his head?
Yeah, as long as he's okay and capable. And
from what I heard, the ladder match itself wasn't that bad. Like they were trying.
A lot of them brought their A game.
Their C+ games.
Okay, but there was. If they showed that effort on a consistent basis and were being taught by the right people, it'd be a different ball game because there's all kinds of potential there.
Yeah,
I mean they bought gear, they put some money and effort into it, and that's exactly what I'm saying with Tucker. The potential's there.
Did you see how gay that pin looked?
Well, it's wrestling.
Yeah, true, but he
you know what you call gay wrestling?
Wrestling?
Exactly.
Or a bigger payday?
That's
what are those called? What were those tapings used to be called? The ones where the dudes would go up and a bunch of people did them. Where they'd just grapple on the mat and just hold moves for long amounts of times and work.
The male version of Fox fights?
Yeah.
I don't know what that...
Oh, man, what was it called?
I've always known that was like customs or something.
Yeah, there was another name for it. I can't recall. But the Fox fight stuff was hilarious. LeMay's on that getting beat up by Lindsay.
Some dude was dishing out some serious cash for headlocks.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Arm ringers. And apparently that's all the match consisted of. There was purely Monster Mack speculation.
Yeah, you haven't seen it? I've watched them.
I've seen some photos, but they would sell these tapes off the rich old dudes. And the old dudes would watch them in the privacy of their own homes.
I was asked if I knew anybody that would be willing to do it.
Damn, you should have suggested me. I need some money.
They said good-looking people. I'm sorry.
Have you seen what he looks like underneath this mask? Pure sexy.
Oh, well, then I should have called.
Those old men will be paying the top dollar.
But the payday was between $200 and $300.
Yeah, those are some ducks, man.
And there was some people that we know that were participating, and it's like, well, how do you knock it with that kind of money? You're not going to make that kind of money like wrestling on the indies.
On a especially not for just a one match.
Right.
Yeah, that was wild for a while there, man. I bumped into the Fox Fights website and seen a bunch of people.
Okay.
Who showed it to me?
I've been shown it by many people.
I want to say it was Toya, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Somebody showed it to me, and I recognized a bunch of people that I knew from like their tattoos and stuff. Like, they're all wearing masks. It's hilarious. FoxFights.com, people, check it out. I'm plugging all kinds of weird shit tonight. And the last thing that we have to talk about is the actual Throwdown itself.
Yes. The guys and gals at training last night were doing, it was promo night, so they were all doing their Thanksgiving Throwdown.
Are a lot of the trainees going to be in the Throwdown? Well, like specifically Dick Lane?
Dick Lane, is entered into the Thanksgiving.
I am very happy about that. That Dick Lane kid has got some. He's got a lot of charisma and a lot of potential.
He does, and he's been working at it for I think about over a year now, and his partner in crime, manager, Dr. Artemis Cobblepot, he is so entertaining. I find him funny, and I think it's the kind of humor
he is ridiculous. I know. I've seen him. He's absurd. I like it.
The two of them together is just money, and the more they come to training religiously, it's going to be something special when it all comes together at the end. But Dick Lane is competing, and in the Throwdown, and it was funny because he kind of, I think it was him. He goofed in his promo last night. He's like, "I'm going to throw 30 men out," and I'm like, "Well,
eliminate himself." Whoop.
And then I'm like, "It's technically 29." And if you want to get into it, it may be 27 men, a girl, and a transvestite.
Yeah. And you're probably not going to throw all of them out either. You'll probably throw like 3 people or 4 people if you win. But any big surprises in Throwdown? Obviously, nothing that you want to sneak out, but
I can say that I think it's a very big surprise. There is definitely one that is nobody's expecting right now.
Okay, I'm totally down with it.
And I'll go further to say there's others people aren't expecting, but if they were at the chop shop with training, watching the training, then they'd see the work other people are putting in, and not people who you might expect.
Okay.
And I feel as though their hard work should be rewarded, so they have spots as well. And I'm not telling you.
Yeah, that means yes. I guess
that microphone's pretty good. It's somebody
I didn't even say it.
Somebody might be able to hear that.
Didn't even say it.
You whispered it. Okay. You may be right, but there's maybe more people.
All right, I think that's awesome, to tell you the truth. You
that
totally
person, if you have seen their finisher, their quote unquote finishing move, amazing.
Money.
It makes the actual what would you say, mechanics of it?
Yeah.
Doesn't really.
You got to see it.
You got to see it because you're like, well, you're taking a worse bump than they are, but given the person, and it
works.
Perfect.
I gotcha.
I'll explain it at the after.
And I gotta say, last year's Throwdown, I eliminated Monster Mack.
You did do that.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, I totally eliminated you, dude, and then Stan Styles eliminated me immediately after.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I had good chances of winning.
You did, until I eliminated you.
Would it be a bad time to say that you're in the Throwdown and have to get redressed after watching the show?
Oh, you son of a gun. I'll just keep
That may or may not be true.
I'll put pants and a hoodie on over my shorts and my jersey. And then throw the hood up, watch the show. That's going to be so hot, damn. There's so many layers to the training gear.
Trevor, you want to go in the Throwdown twice?
Oh, God.
Listen, if we can make Dr. T happen, I'm going to be so excited.
I thought it was going to happen.
Dude.
Does he have a history of not showing up or pulling a Jay Frost?
No, not really. But
I'm semi-reliable.
He's semi-reliable. his schedule is a little unpredictable. Okay. Work schedule. That's where the problem.
Wonky.
Plus, with all the DUIs and the drug busts, he can't drive. That's not true, folks. Trevor has no DUIs.
Some drug busts.
Trevor?
Just some drug busts.
Where's your doctor jacket? Dun dun dun.
Is it with all
you know where it is?
Just killed it. No more Dr. T. Sorry,
you don't know where it is?
I'm sure it's somewhere.
It's
Geez,
with all
I got
your
a whole
coats,
bunch of
man.
muscle.
Yeah, it's in the plastic bag in the hallway with all your suit coats.
It might be.
T, I had a blast. We need to podcast more often.
Well, you said that last time, I think, and it took almost a year. So
that's a good point.
maybe what I should do is just nag you to death, and you know what? You normally ask people for podcasts. I'm going to just start asking you.
You're going to Chris James me?
Yes.
You're just going to bug me to do the podcast all the time?
Well, I'll start my own and make it better than yours and put you out of business.
Oh, no.
Don't do that. What you should do is get your own podcast equipment and just show up at the house with it. All you have to do is like an 85%, even higher maybe, chance that we won't totally be sloshed. or we'll just be right enough of slosh to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, Mattcast right now. Yes, let's do it. Or you can just come over and make arrangement with us more often. We should do that.
Yeah,
But
that one sounds easier.
it takes a little while to do the Mattcast sometimes. We were on a hiatus for a little while.
Yeah, like 7 months.
We're having some audio problems with our last Mattcast, and I think we should mention it here, because if you do decide to put it up, I feel
that wasn't the last one. We did one before that where we talked about it already.
What?
We did... Our last podcast wasn't the Mike Rosser podcast. We just did one.
Yeah.
And we talked about this already, though. About the Mike Rosser podcast audio not being good.
Oh, okay. Now, I owe the Monster Mac fans a second apology. So, sorry about that.
But we should be podcasting more. Mac, I'm thinking about leaving the podcast equipment here and just leaving it set up. So if you want, you just, boom, plug it in, record your thoughts during the day.
His memoir.
Yeah, and then at the end of the week, I'll just cut up the best stuff, and it'll be like random, half an hour clip of Monster Mac's random ass thoughts throughout the week.
Much more space in the Mac Castle from the last time I relocated from the Mac Cave.
Yeah.
So, great. I think people should Maccast here all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about you specifically.
I don't have to go no. Screw that. We need some. If it's just me, it's gonna be me babbling about the ladies and.
And I take the best of that of the ramblings from every day, cut it up, and turn it into an episode.
So the 8 hours is gonna be condensed down to
half an hour,
25-minute episode plus intro.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, we didn't even mention it. Which is ridiculous, but there is no need for that, because we have the 1 hour Monster Back show airing on Fall River Public Access right now. It's up and running, and you can check it out every Mondays, 10:30 or 11 o'clock. It's a mystery, really. You're gonna tune in just to find out.
You should see it every Monday. He makes Casey change it from Raw to Public Access at like 10:15 to see, in case there's a screen up to say what's coming on next. So it's 10:30. If it's not on, boom, it's around 11, folks. The Monster Mac show is back. There's a new season coming out, which is wild because our last season was filmed like 8 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Season 2 was from like 2007.
We were hitting up Spike TV. We were trying to hit the big time. Coming up with awesome storylines and really trying to get a lot of production, a lot of editing in the second season. But now this time we just said, screw it, let's just do a cable access show and have a damn good time and do a whole hour of Monster Mac.
Stop it, I'm watching this.
The ladies need to be pleased. So I give them a whole hour. That. Weekly. Or bi-weekly, I don't know.
I think it's weekly right now.
It's probably weekly.
What Mac basically was saying is we took ourselves too seriously for a while. And now we went back to the old formula of just showing up to the studio with no idea
and having a damn good time. In
episode 2, we took Mike Montero, made him take his shirt off and do a pose down with a Jamie Teasdale 8x10. And did some zooms and some booms, and then asked them all about Jamie Teasdale. Why did we ask Mike Montero about Jamie Teasdale? Because it was funny.
They had an ab off. Lots of abs going on.
I have abs.
Do you know?
Under this better protective pattern.
Yeah, he's keeping his abs safe.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
So, T, it was a blast, man. Again, we need to do this before we go on vacation again.
Yeah. Maybe I should be like, I'm just going to go ahead and say, I'll be a permanent host with you guys.
Dude, I'm totally down. I got to play it.
Scott Levesque is going to be pissed.
I don't see Scott Levesque here.
That's true. We got to go. Listen, where are you, Scott Levesque?
We stopped contacting him for the backcast, according to him.
What? That's not true.
Me about wanting to come to a show and then never showed up.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I guess somebody probably put it in his head that it's probably a bad idea.
I don't know, man. He talks to me about it all the time, and I give it the trainee approval. So come on down, Scotty boy.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. So the Thanksgiving Throwdown, folks, make sure you check it out.
We should give away tickets.
Is that the deal? We should give away some tickets?
Oh, you know what? I got a better idea.
Okay.
Because if you don't have tickets by now, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
So if you have tickets,
yes,
I will give a refund.
Ooh.
Okay, how about that?
I like that.
To the first person that sends me a risque picture on Snapchat. That's what we'll do.
All right, dude.
Listen,
Devin Blaze, put down your phone.
Devin Blaze he's got his pants pushed down so you can see the lines right now.
No, thank you.
how did I know that it was going to head that direction? But to add to that, if you send me that same picture, I'll give you free tickets to the Monster Mack show. You can come on down,
Come to
hang
the
out with
studio,
me.
yeah.
You can probably even run the back.
Yeah, well,
No, we need a producer. Change some camera angles and stuff.
so yeah, folks, the first person to send T a risque photo on Snapchat,
T Phoenix RWA.
T Phoenix RWA, you will get a refund of your RWA Thanksgiving Throwdown tickets, folks. Listen, I'm totally down. This is the Matt cast. We give no Fs. So let's make this happen. Get your free tickets. I'll get your money refunded. And if you don't already have tickets, T, where can they get them?
RWAWrestling.net. We have a brand new, fully revamped store where you can buy T-shirts, you can buy tickets. There's a VIP special for a ticket and a T-shirt. All sorts of wonderful, wonderful things.
And you can also get them at the door, I assume?
You can get them at the door. Is this going to be up this week?
Oh, yeah, this will probably be up tomorrow.
Perfect. Well, you have until Friday to buy those tickets online at a reduced price of $8 for adults and $3 for kids.
$3, people. Now, come on.
I mean, for your kids,
for you to take you and 2 kids out,
I have to take,
that's $14. Are you kidding me?
Take my kids to Lasergate, and it'll cost me an arm and a leg.
Make sure you let me know next time. I got the inside. I'll get you some free tokens.
Oh, all right.
For real.
You know what? Speaking of
the Lasergate inside guy.
I know you and Austin are buddy.
Yeah, I love that kid.
I don't know. I think you need to stay away from him.
Oh, what did I do?
Because he had some tokens. It may have been from that, or I don't know wherever else they may have. I doubt the tool for Chuck E. Cheese, but they had like a stack of tokens. He put it inside his winter hat and hit his younger brother on top of the head with it, and he has a nice little lump now.
That has nothing to do with me, dude.
Oh, it's kind of.
It seems something I would do. Not gonna lie.
Some shenanigans.
Yeah.
Trini, you've been teaching T's kids the secret defense
of the Boston Mack training
Put
school.
something in a sack and swing it around.
Anything heavy.
So before we end this Matt cast, I really want to drive home the Thanksgiving Throwdown. I want dates. I want show start times. I want arena locations. I want the info, T. Give it to me.
Okay. It is the Thanksgiving Throwdown, as you said. It is Saturday night, November 15th. Bell time is at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. If you have bought VIP tickets, you will be let in early, and you have your pick of any seat your heart desires. It is in...
Does that include Rob Massey's seat? Does the VIP seat include a guest commentary spot?
Rob Massey would probably love it if somebody sat on his lap, but sadly no.
Right. As long as attractive female.
Right. Well, that's even questionable.
Hey now.
No, I got to take that back because there's this girl he's always going on and on about that he works with, and she actually is quite attractive. So he does have some good taste, and yeah.
All right. So, ladies, sit on Rob Massey's lap.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah.
It's
and the address to the building?
It's the East Providence Rec Center. It's funny because sometimes it comes up East Providence and sometimes it comes up Riverside.
Right.
But I think it's one and the same, so it should get you there either way. It's 100 Bullocks Avenue. Bullocks, I believe.
Bullocks. I think that's like an old-timey way to say bullshit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
no, it's balls.
Balls means
English
testicles?
balls, yeah.
If you're listening to this now, I got to tell you, if you GPS it, and if you're anything like my GPS, with my GPS, I want to throw it against the wall when I got here because it took me all different ways. You will actually have to drive by the building and then take a left and navigate the one-way streets. You may want to look at Google Maps and just figure out a better route
to get there.
Trust your GPS.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So, folks, make sure you check out rwwrestling.net, get those tickets, go to the Throwdown, go to monstermac.net, and I actually updated it recently. Shocking. I put up some new matches, some new videos. I put our new dates coming up. Apparently, the website hasn't been updated since March. I didn't know that.
It happens.
And but the MattCast.com, also for all your MattCast needs on iTunes and Stitcher.
You said you updated it so they can check out the new episode of the Monster Mack Show on YouTube, Season 2. Before we start putting some of the Season 3 episodes up, which should be very interesting. So Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Definitely check out some of our videos on YouTube and along with some RWA videos. It's the RWA Forever. One word. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the Monster Mack show is actually sponsored by the RWA. We make sure we give them a plug every single time.
Sponsored.
Sponsored,
Is that where that money went?
Yeah. So, and I've been showing nothing but RWA clips.
Whoa.
Even if I lose in them, I still show them.
I certainly appreciate that.
You're welcome, dude.
That kind of gets me to one topic I wanted to get to. We do not have a very good win-loss record at the RWA live shows. So hopefully we can change that and bring the ratio a little bit different at this at the Thanksgiving Throwdown and make it like a 2-7 or something like that. 2-5.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
It's all good, dude. It's not your fault. You keep putting us against that stiff competition.
Yeah, I know.
And right now, Legacy totally available on YouTube for free. We take on the new hoods of Triplicious and
So
David
they
Cash.
cheated.
They did cheat.
You had that one.
but it was still it was a pretty darn good match.
The Mack Attack only asks for nothing but the stiffest and the best competition you have for us. But next time, if you can take it a little easy on us, we need a few victories, so that'd be great.
So, Swift and Kids.
Yeah.
Sold. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am training number 1. That is T Phoenix. To the left of me is the one and only the one and only Monster Mack in New England.
With a mask and shoulder pads.
Yeah, he's the one and only Monster Mack with a mask and shoulder pads. This has been the Mackcast. Everybody, have a good night.